Hello everybody, it is iTinerant ASMR. I kind of want to say that again. ASMR. I got like a punchy feeling in my throat. Well, very glad to see you guys again. And today's video is going to be quite simple, but I picked up a couple of triggers out of my ASMR tub and I was like, yep, I can see this happening. So let's see if you guys can pick a favorite from this. But we have some cloth. And then we also have some bubble wrap. So it's gonna be a cloth and bubble wrap battle. And of course, there will be a total of 3 judges. I will be one judge. You will be another judge. And our third judge will be Mr. Fishy. Alright, so for the first test, we will do folding and brushing, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It's like similar to a pet, but I guess gliding, basically. Anyway, let us start with a cloth. I'm doing a whole lot more than just folding and rubbing. Mr. Fishy says this one's quite the contender. Fishy says this one's quite the contender. And now we're going to do the unfold. Holding it like this, it honestly reminds me of, I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's from SpongeBob, and it's when he's like, it's an old episode, it's when he's sitting in his house, away from danger, he says, and he has his three best friends, Chip, Penny, and the napkin, which kind of looked like this. Anyway, Mr. Fishy will now give his remarks. To sum up what he said, he basically said, pretty good. Just those two words. Ooh, I didn't give this enough justice in my mind. This actually sounds pretty good. Mr. Fishy says the same thing. He also didn't think much justice on this. It is way dinglier than anticipated. Had to itch my nose. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just tried to roll an R and it did not go well. for the unfold. I gotta turn this over. There we go. There we go. Wait, Mr. Fishy has something to say. He said, word for word, wow. He was very expressive, though. And there you have it, guys. That was the bubble wrap. I'm actually gonna put the bubble wrap on the other side. Alright, now it's time to talk about the pros and the cons. I will go first. So, for the cloth, the pros is that it's easily foldable. It's easily foldable. Also, it makes a very similar sound to white. Widely quite relaxing for a large amount of people. I guess it's like a universal ASMR. Babies even listen to it, it's crazy. Another pro is that it's very easy to handle and it's very gentle. Now, as for the cons, it's not that audible. Up front, really, you gotta be extra aggressive with it to really hear. Another con is that it can be prone to retaining smells or stains. It honestly smells like rubber because I have it in my, my ASMR tub, and it's filled with a bunch of triggers, and there's like these hot dog hands, or like hot dog fingers. That thing is so smelly. That's literally what it smells like. The bubble wrap can't retain smell. Speaking of the bubble wrap, let's go to that. Oh wait, hold on. Of course, I'd love to hear what you have to say too. I agree, definitely. Mr. Fishy agrees too. Yep, also a good point. Mr. Fishy says he kind of agrees with that one. Exactly. Mr. Fishy says you got it spot on. Mr. Fishy basically says you got it spot on. Alright. Now, another pro is that it is super tingly and also has multiple triggers within one. There's like the rip sound effect. There's the crinkle sound effect. I do say sound effect. Whenever I think of sounds, I think of sound design. That's because I help these people make sounds. But sound effect, sound, another pro of bubble wrap is it is very reliable and easy to find. Cut cloth, not as easy to cut or find. Bubble wrap's also significantly cheaper, so it's more cost efficient. Cost efficient. And like we said earlier, it doesn't retain any stains or smells. So bubble wrap honestly is pretty reliable. Now, as for the cons, it is possible that you accidentally pop a bubble, which is not tingly. Mr. Fishy reiterates the same. Not tingly. 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 Another con is that, man, I don't know, I can't really think of any other cons. Oh, one other con is that it's harder to be gentle with this compared to the cloth. It's very easy to assess like how much effort to put in, like being aggressive or not, to really get those sounds you want. As for the bubble wrap, it's very easy to get some variety of sounds of like intensity. You can be aggressive with it and it still sounds very pleasant. For the bubble wrap, you actually have to be very, very careful because you have to think about self-control and that you don't want to be too abrasive with it. So those are my two cons for this. And based on that, if I had to pick a winner, I would have to say it's the bubble wrap. Now, what do you have to say? Yeah, I can see that, yeah, that makes sense. Also, fair point. Interesting, yes. Mr. Fishy disagrees, but anything else you think? Mr. Fishy says he wants to give his input. He wants me to bring the objects closer to the camera. And he says based on the pros and the cons, the pros and the cons, the pros and the cons. He says the cloth is better. I have to disagree with Mr. Fishing. I'm not gonna translate what he said, but like I said, I'm gonna have to disagree with Mr. Fishing. But you decide. What do you think won? The cloth or the bubble wrap? Well, I hope you guys found this video incredibly relaxing, and if you you are going to sleep, then I wish you a very good night's rest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.